Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you why fragrances are expensive. So fragrance can have different price point. Some are, let's say, $20 and other are $200. And what will make this fragrance more expensive than this one, for example? In general, what will make a fragrance more or less expensive? There's actually many things. Now, you probably heard, or not, but you might have heard Jeremy Fragrance saying that making a fragrance only costs $5 for the whole bottle or something like that. And sometimes it might be true, but sometimes it's not. It depends really of the ingredients. If you make something really cheap, you can make it so it costs just $5, have something really generic as a bottle, and even if it's something special like this, for example, for the bottle, there's a way to mass produce it and make it cheaper, and there's always a way to make it cheaper or even more expensive for the bottle itself. The box, I mean, it's a box, so it will probably go from 20 cents to $2 just for the box. Really, what will make a big difference is what's inside of it, or the price production. And sometimes it can be expensive. If there's real oud, if there's real jasmine, will raise the price of the fragrance. So it is possible that the fragrance get more expensive. Let's say $50 for the liquid inside instead of like $2, $3 like Jeremy Fragrance says. But it's also possible that they put cheap stuff and the bottle, the content inside is really cheap and the whole thing costs $5 or less. Now comes to the reason it can be expensive, which will be the marketing. So a fragrance like this, you probably never really saw marketing toward the fragrance, the original fragrance Jaguar for Men. Maybe there was at some point, but now there's none. People that buy it, they just buy it because it's cheap and they probably just already bought it some time ago, or it says Jaguar, so they want to try it. Many of these reasons, but there is other fragrance that they actively do some marketing. Sometimes they have even a spokesperson that they pay just to have the face of the fragrance. And well, that person you need to pay. Also, people in marketing, you need to pay for them to advertise. They put ads on TV, they need to pay for it. Ads on internet, they need to pay for it. And in the end, it comes in the price of the bottle that you're paying. That might be one of the reason at least it drives the price up, if not one of the reason it's more expensive. Then there's the whole company behind it. Because it's not just you buy the bottle, that's $5 and that's it. I mean, there's a person that makes it, a person that put it in a box and that ship it. There's a person that sell it to you. There's a lot of people involved. They all need to be paid. And that's another reason why it's more expensive, because those people need to be paid. But still, if you see a bottle that's $20, I mean, it pays their marketing, pays the employees, and pays everything. And it's still just $20 versus $200. Explain a little bit of the price, why it goes from 5 to 20, but doesn't explain how it goes from 5 to 200. And that difference is really one thing, it's the brand. And a lot of time when you buy a fragrance at retail, what you're gonna pay is the brand. If you go on discounter, it will be the popularity, because there's just few fragrance that they can have and sell it for cheaper. So if it's popular, it will sell for a higher price because people are willing to pay more to get it and there's less offer and demand. That's just how it is. But if you buy it at retail, it's really just the branding of the company. Some company, they are not known for fragrance, so they sell it for cheap. Some companies, they just wanted to sell it more expensive, so they show that the brand is more prestigious, it's better. And a lot of the big price that you're gonna pay, that's what it is. It's just paying for the brand, for the prestige of the brand. And often it even going more crazy price with that specific reason, to mean that if you pay this fragrance, it just means you can afford this fragrance and you don't mind paying that kind of money. Fragrance by Tom Ford, for example, a lot of people say it's really expensive, but it's not meant to be expensive. It's meant to be for people that can afford it and not really care about this. Those fragrances are extremely cheap, actually, when you see their clothes, how expensive they are. So they are expensive for most people, but for rich people that can afford Tom Ford clothes, they're super cheap. other fragrance. They just want to have more prestige, for like Creed, for example, that are really expensive. They might have quality in the ingredients, but definitely isn't worth $500 to $1,000 for a bottle. But people that buy these fragrances, they do it because they want to show that they can pay for the fragrance. Sometimes it's really because they love the fragrance, but the mass that they're getting is just to show that they can afford the fragrance and they cannot sell the fragrance cheaper if that's the goal. They want you to buy the fragrance just to show that you can buy it. It's a little bit like cars. Cars are expensive, mostly so you can say you can afford the car. It's just with branding, with luxury like this, it's just about showing you can afford it more than really the quality of what you're getting, though the quality usually kind of come along, but there's a lot of branding that goes with it too. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you have any other thing you think can raise the price of a fragrance, just write it in the comment. I'd be happy to hear from you. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.